kitchen, spices dancing, shop, food chef, got the potion, feel the heat in every bite. Do a worship with devotion, flavor takes you to new heights.
So hey, I'm Casey Grillo. I play drums with Queensryche, and I love VooDoo Chef. It's amazing stuff. My wife and I cook with it all the time. Thank you, VooDoo Chef.
Hey, this is Andrew from the Boozy Pig, and when we play with our meat, it's always with the VooDoo Chef.
Hi.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Miss Ruby Red Monroe, all the way from San Francisco, California. Don't forget, you should check out some VooDoo Chef dirt. See, I can be a spokesmodel. VooDoo Chef's dirt is an amazing product. I use it all the time in my kitchen, but also the fun fact about this product is that a portion of the proceeds go to culinary scholarships, which is really amazing. So if you can, go out, check us out online, VooDoo Chef. Find it at a store near you. Mwah. See you soon. Bye.
Hey guys, I just wanted to tap in real quick and talk to you about the VooDoo Foundation and what it's done for me. My junior year, I started with the foundation in my first competition where I created a quesadilla taco with my partner. It was absolutely amazing. Through that competition, I got to meet a lot of new judges, new people, and open my eyes about what I wanted to do in this industry. My second competition was in my senior year where I once again created another dish, talked to some more people, and learned some new things. Right now I'm working with the foundation and furthering my skills, and it's really helping me improve. So I'll check in with you guys later. If you want to learn more or help donate so you can get other people to start doing what I'm doing, go ahead and click this QR code right here and it'll give you all the information you need.
A secret in the kitchen, spices dancing, shop, food chef, got the potion, feel the heat in every bite. Do a worship with devotion, flavor takes you to new heights. VooDoo Chef with his magic knife cuts through the air like a ghost in the night. Butter sizzles so on fire, bacon crackles hot desire. Caffeine kicks me awake, I'm alive. Cuts through the madness, gotta survive. Bourbon's what keeps the demons at bay. VooDoo Chef spell we obey. Butter, bacon, caffeine, cough, bourbon. He's got the cure for whatever's hurting. Butter, bacon, caffeine, cough, bourbon. Life's a feast in the chaos for certain. No recipe, no rules, wild and free. Kitchen's a battlefield, chaos decree. Taste the sin in everybody's right. VooDoo Chef conjures up the night. Grease-soaked dreams fill the midnight air. Every bite daring double dare. Fingers coated, hearts corroded. Appetite for life, melted sugar coated. Butter, bacon, caffeine, cough, bourbon. He's got the cure for whatever's hurting. Butter, bacon, caffeine, cough, bourbon. Life's a feast in the chaos for certain.
What is going on, booties? It's a beautiful day here in Tampa, Florida. Look at that sun just dropping right behind us. The temperatures are starting to lighten up. I don't know why I've got these things on. Humidity's lowering, and it's going to be a great, great night here tonight. Don't forget to sign in. Let us know where you're checking in from. More importantly, what are you drinking? Tonight, I'm starting off with some of my favorite coconut water, Coaqua coconut water. And I got to tell you, I'm out. I'm out. So if you know anybody or you got a guy, let him know that VooDoo needs some more co-aqua. Tonight we got a great show. We've got our man, Chef Tom and Mandzik. First time I've said his name out loud. I hear if you say it 3 times real quick, he could steal your kids. I don't know. But he's going to be joining us tonight. Chef of the Tampa Club. And just a rock star of a dude. And a pretty badass chef. Before we get started, don't forget, hit share right now. Share this out to everybody. Let them know where you're hanging out tonight. Invite them to join us. Hit the invite key. Invite them to like and follow the VooDoo Chef. That way, more people we get in here, the more fun we have, and it allows us to keep doing this every Tuesday night live. It allows us to keep going just like this does.
Whiskey lovers know how critical temperature variations are to aging whiskey. Blue Note Bourbon is crafted in Memphis, Tennessee, where it is aged in their warehouses located just east of the Mississippi River. And based on its fruity vanilla flavor with smooth oak finish, the unique microclimate of the region with high humidity and steady temperature adds up to create the perfect place for aging. Head down to the crossroads and jump into a juke joint and enjoy every bluesy note of the official bourbon of the VooDoo Chef, Blue Note Bourbon.
We ran that a little early. I may or may not have bit the tip off my cigar because I don't have a cutter tonight. So, sorry for that. But we're going to kick it off right away. Let's bring in the family. We got Big Eddie C and Nick Nack Patty Whack. What is going on, everybody?
What's happening?
Wow, look who shaved.
Who?
Yeah, right? I'd ask you what you're drinking, but like I said today, you're not legal anymore.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
he looks like Chef Thomas. They're fucking separated at birth.
Yeah, it's time for it to come off for a little bit.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, wrong one. Huh?
That was Ed, not me. I didn't do that one. Hey, I like my lighter, but I left it in Orlando when I was in Orlando this weekend. Go figure, right? So I confiscated Spider's lighter. What the fuck is this? This is a goddamn lightsaber, man.
Holy shit, look at that thing.
You should have seen my wife light it in the house. She about had a heart attack.
Oh my God.
Between that one and the other one that you normally carry with you, which may or may not be butane canister.
That's at school. That's at school. They needed that for the creme brulee, or should I say, egg custard paste. Hey, it is what it is, man. It's real world. I'm not going to sit here and candy coat shit.
Yep.
But the bread pudding that we're serving this weekend, off the chart.
Nice.
So what's been going on? What's new?
Man, it's back to school, and I think, I don't know if I mentioned this last week on the show or not. I watched a kid exit the bathroom eating a cheeseburger.
Yeah, you did, man. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't know what's worse. If you had that on video and you put that video up, or the video of the fight that was at Armwood High School this week, which was absolutely disgusting. I don't know which one would be worse. I got to be honest.
No, I didn't know anything about the Armwood one. So I didn't.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
I've seen them all, dude. 30-some years of this shit. I mean, I broke up one in the Chamberlain cafeteria, and I got up, and unbeknownst to me, my ID badge had flipped up, and that little the little clip thing that holds it on there split my scalp. So it was like being back at the fucking Fort Pierce Civic Center around like 78 watching Dusty Rhodes and Killer Carl Cox. I mean, the blood was something. I didn't even know it. I didn't even feel it. I thought I was just sweating like a fat guy who just broke up a fight. And
Ed was blading.
oh, it was fucking something else. And, the best part was I go to the nurse, and I mean, it wasn't stitch worthy, but you don't need much to get your scalp going. I mean, we've all seen enough wrestling where they just give it a little nick and kaboom, the floodgates open. So what does the nurse do? Fucking Timu nurse in there puts a Band-Aid on it. Band-Aids aren't supposed to go on fucking hair. What the fuck, man? You know, so I just went back to class and I left it on for a few minutes. It was coming off. So I took it off and it kind of dribbled a little bit down my forehead. I'm like, anybody's got a problem? Go outside. Fuck off. Couldn't do anything.
Fuck off.
Yeah. All the way off. You know, it's that last town, like right where the southeast corner of Hillsboro gives on to like Sebring or something. It's fuck off. Yeah.
Oh.
Huge asshole. Fuck off. You know.
I wish he was here. I keep trying to get Hugh to create some more for us, but you know, he's too busy, you know, doing adult things. Fuck that. It's Tuesday night.
Bribe him with a Cuban sandwich.
He'll be here in a couple weeks. Might do that. Nick, you're drinking tonight. What do you got drinking tonight? What do you got going on?
I am. So I cracked open a new bottle that I've been sitting on for a while. I got this Colonel E.H. Taylor Bottled and Bond. I got this as a gift and just been sitting on the shelf, and I figured, why am I holding onto it for? Why am I saving it?
Not a museum.
I was going to say hold it
exactly,
up,
right?
but I'm just watching the delay that I got on the TV.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, it's not a museum, so I got to crack the bottles open eventually. That and I'm running out of Blue Note, so I can have a good time.
It's just a phone call. Speaking of running out, did I mention that I'm down to my last co-op here? So if anybody knows somebody or has a guy, I need some more yellow. I did something this week I don't normally do. I found some time, and I got to do a little cooking at the house, and we'll see what kind of shitty share I got going on here. But this right here is a nice little porterhouse that we dusted up with Red Dirt Roads. And of course, I didn't have a bottle of Red Dirt Roads, so I had to take red and dirt and not be lazy, mix them up, rub the whole thing down there, all sides, and then you let it set. And if you watch this, you'll watch the color change as it sits there. As the moisture starts to come out, it gets a little darker. Then we took that bad boy out to the grill and dropped that on the BGE. But actually, this is the little GE. This is the Mini Mac. And then got that bad boy in the house, cut it down, served that with some asparagus and what my wife called a potato bowl full of garlic butter, because there was so much damn garlic butter in that. Oh man.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Jeez.
Right. No such thing, man. It was banging. And I got to give a big shout out to Wicked Wild Fork. I'd never been there. Somebody got me a gift. I popped in, bought that porterhouse. It was pretty bless you. It was pretty damn good.
Son of a bitch.
Wild Fork. Bless you again, my friend.
They're solid, man. The one I've been in the one around the corner from me a few times for just different shit, and about the only thing I think I was ever disappointed in there was their flan, and that's not me.
The pricing.
Well, you know what? Flan ain't supposed to be frozen. That's just, let's put that out there. So
unless you're eating it at the school on last week. Oh wait, that was creme brulee. Sorry.
Degrees of difference.
Big Eddie C, what do you got? You got anything you sipping on tonight?
You already know. In fact, you already know what's in mine. And
would it be a double pale ale?
Pretty much, yep. You already know. There it is. I
got to read from the notes here, and I took my glasses off. A double Indian style ale. Oh, look at that. What's that called?
Down in the Sunshine State, where the swamps are wild and the gators wait, there's a game show crazier than you ever seen. It's called Florida Man, y'all the ultimate scene. Contestants line up, chance to win some cash, but it ain't no ordinary quiz. This ain't no flash. Watching on the big screen, guessing true or false, fighting for the dream. Florida man, yeah, he's headlining the show. True or false, y'all, which way will you go? Florida man, he's got tales beyond belief. Try to guess, but there's no relief, no relief. Oh, relief.
That's right. It's time for Florida Man.
Yes.
Unofficially, officially sponsored by Florida Man Beer from CCB. And we got tons of people out there, but we got nobody checking in right now.
Where are these fuckers?
I don't know. It's only going to work if you guys play along with us. Otherwise, Pat and I are just going to offset each other until we hit a neutral or figure out how to win the game strategically. But if you know Florida Man, you know how to play. Big Eddie C is going to read us a headline, and we're going to have to decide if it is a true Florida Man headline or just some shit that fell out of his brain. And he's drinking that double IPA, 9% heavy. So who knows what's going to come out tonight. But to play along, just simply type in Florida Man, just type in 1 true or false. When we get to question 2, 2 true or false. And we'll see how we go. But you got to type it in that comment bar. So let us know where you're at, where you're checking in from. More importantly, whether you think Big Eddie C is reading us a true Florida Man headline or making some crazy shit up. Big Eddie C, I pass it off to you.
Yeah, I took the liberty of pouring this early so the head could go down.
I got lots of jokes. I'll let them go.
4:45 Sunday, here we come. Had to pound that. Okay. Headline number 1, true or false. Florida man stands trial for allegedly shooting his date over arguing about the dinner bill.
I have one. Florida man freaks out because his bug zapper doesn't stop making noise. What the fuck is flew in that? Florida man allegedly takes shot at his wife for arguing over the bill. Is that what it was?
Fair disclosure. He may or may not have met his date on Grindr.
I'm going true.
I'm gonna have to say true too, especially when you added that last little part of it. I feel like that was the thing pushing it over.
It kind of makes it easier when it's drinking those 9% heavies, man.
You gave a little too much information, I think.
Well, he's the one who started it. Like, shot his girl, and I'm like, it wasn't like a girl. Jesus.
We got Dalia checking in. Dalia, what's going on? Dalia, are you checking in from Tampa? Or are you checking in from Georgia? You got to let me know and let me know what's going on with that. Of course, Dalia, good friend, did some time with VooDoo and is now out at Cooper's Hawk, kicking ass, taking names. You're just in time to play along in Florida Man, because nobody else is chiming in. Big Eddie C, I think we know that one was true. Are we correct?
Not fooling anybody. I don't even know the specifics of it. I think the whatever it was here where I got this from the CBS News affiliate in Jacksonville, I think they kind of decided to sugarfoot around it because it was 2 dudes, and the one shot the other one like in the freaking arm and somewhere else. I guess they argued over the bill being too much. So no word on what they had. I suppose there's a lot of jokes we could make about, what their meal was, but no, I need to stop right there.
I was going to ask some questions, but I'm just not going to.
No, just don't. Those are better left unsaid.
I'll ask in private as soon as I can find my phone. All right, I found my phone, so I'll get the answers to my questions here. Because you said some things that I just don't even know what the fuck's going on. But that's just because, believe it or not, I'm a
Do you want to know?
I kind of do, just for knowledge sake, for conversation's sake, so I don't put my foot in my mouth. But other than that, we're good. Let's go on to Florida Man number 2. And Dalia, make sure you're playing along because all the other people in the chat rooms are just hiding out doing nothing. Florida Man number 2.
Florida Man story number 2. Is it true or is it false? Florida man high on mushrooms arrested with parrot on shoulder after fighting with deputies.
Florida man arrested. Did you say he was high?
High on mushrooms.
On mushrooms.
Yes.
And he had a parrot on his shoulder, and he was arguing with the deputies. We got Daly checking in with True. We got Mitchell Smithy saying something about he's driving.
Yep, had been driving maybe, or
but he's going true on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Nack, you'll respond to my text here in a minute.
Oh, heard.
And I'm going to let you answer first there, Patty Wack.
I'm going to go false on this one.
I'm going false as well, not playing the game. I don't know. There's not enough Florida man details. During Gasparilla dressed as a pirate. Well, had he thrown those in there, that's definitely a Florida man, but it's expected on Gasparilla. Carl Miller checking in. What's going on, Carl? I'll drop by and I'll trade you some VooDoo for some ribs. How about that?
Fair trade.
I think so, but I don't know if he'll get in trouble for doing that. So.
It's Carl.
And what I meant, Carl, was from the back of your car, not from Mission Barbecue. But if you're out in the area, make sure you stop by and see our good buddy Carl Miller over at Mission on Waters and Anderson out there by the big movie theater. Drop in and tell him VooDoo sent you. All right, we got false. We got Ced Edgman checking in tonight. What's going on, Ced? You're just in Florida, man. Just say true or false. It doesn't matter because there's no rules and it doesn't mean shit anyway. We got 2 trues out there. We got 2 falses. Big Eddie C. What? Pat's in big detail answering my question on.
Oh no, I was reading it over 3 times before I hit send. Before I look like an idiot.
Wait, something in text that you don't want to.
Pretty much. That's why I'm like, let me just read that 2 more times, just to make sure.
In writing.
Just to make sure.
Oh, you were just making sure you had the alphabet in the right order.
I did, yes. There's a lot of letters going on. I think I missed a couple. I don't know.
You forgot plus.
I definitely that. I think there's another one too, but I don't know.
Well, I meant the plus sign at the end.
No, I know.
Oh, okay. As that's pounding that beer going, I don't even want to know. Ced says true. So we got 3 trues, 2 falses. Big Eddie C, what's the answer?
Well, I'm not even sure how to deal with this, kind of move through it, but I guess everybody's right and everybody's wrong. This was a guy from Alabama, but this shit really happened. Like, they pulled him over. He was high as fuck on shrooms, admittedly, and he had a parrot on his shoulder, but it happened up in the Panhandle in Washington counties, up above Panama City. So I guess maybe drove there from Alabama. I don't know. So
sounds like Florida Bama man.
Yeah, Florida Bama man. This is patient 0 of that. But I guess everybody's right and everybody's wrong on this because it was a Alabama man, but it happened in Florida, so technically he is kind of a Florida man. So do with that with whatever you want.
I think that's a push.
It's a push. That's a good way of putting it.
All right, so everybody's at a level playing field still.
I think so.
Question number 3 is straight up for the win here. Florida man number 3.
Florida man number 3. Florida man arrested for using his home sprinkler system to spray water on children with disabilities at a bus stop.
Ed, why this one? And I hope this is true. I hope this didn't fall out of your brain. What time did you start drinking? Before or after you found it?
It wasn't long ago.
I got to go false. I'm going straight up false because it has to be false. This has to be false. Drop your answers in the line there. We're on question number 3. Florida man uses a sprinkler system to spray water on kids with disabilities. And the way he read it did not sound like it was for pleasure or enjoyment of the children. I can't read that. It's too small. I'm going to hell for laughing so hard. Well, you know what? You'll see me and Big Eddie see there by the pool table. Oh, fuck, dude. I don't even know. We might just have to run the reel. That's like, the time you came up with the one about a teacher getting pulled over for a DUI. I mean, a principal getting pulled over for a DUI and they found fucking coke in his car. That had to be false too.
Yeah. Oh, that's the gift that keeps on giving right there, man. That's evergreen.
That's just a big whatever. We'll come back to that. Pat, what are you saying? True or false?
I'm going to say true, but not just to play for the win. I just seems like something the old grumpy man would do.
Oh my God! I hope you were going to say that you were only saying true for the win because that's just fucking evil, man.
It is, but it's Florida, man.
Half of Florida men have disabilities. Okay, Big Eddie C.
Yeah, let's put this shit to bed and move on because it's just, if I dwell upon things this fucked up, I'm going to get fucked up. Never mind, too late. Yes, this unfortunately was true in somewhere Marion County, and Pat was kind of right. He said it was like some old man. The dude was 61. Does that qualify as old? Yeah.
It depends. If you're Pat, maybe. If you're us, fuck no.
No. Yeah, it really happened. He's facing several charges, although, you got to wonder, though, man. I mean, if somebody had sprayed the fucking sprinklers on me when I was a little kid, I would have been like, yay, especially as hot as it is.
Right?
I mean.
Florida man is fucked up. But what's not fucked up is the Florida Man Double IPA Indian Pale Ale over at CCB. Make sure you drop in there. Tell them that VooDoo sent you. Stop by and look at our big, beautiful flag hanging in CCB. And make sure and tell Chef Mike Bradley that we said hello. If you didn't know, he used to play drums for Dishwalla.
Get that Spanish dip. It's bomb as fuck, man.
Right? You know what else you got to get?
Down in the Sunshine State, where the swamps are wild and the gators wait, there's a game show crazier than you ever seen. It's called Florida Man, y'all the ultimate scene. Contestants line up, chance to win some. Down in the Sunshine State, where the swamps are wild and the gators wait, there's a game show crazier than you ever seen. It's called Florida Man, y'all the ultimate scene.
I really got to start wearing my glasses. Hit the wrong damn button.
Started that outro over. Nice.
Well, you know. We got Billy Floyd out there tonight checking in. Billy Floyd, what's going on? All the way from Orlando, Florida. Of course, our main pal from Kitchen Killers out there. Billy's been running his anniversary issue, 8th anniversary episode of Kitchen Killers, and I had the good fortune of going over and making cocktails over there. And that may not be where I left my lighter, which is why I've got the fucking Jedi sword here tonight. But Billy's a busy dude, and we're hoping to get him back on the podcast real soon. Fellas, we got to come up with a topic for top 3. And if anybody out there in the chat room wants to throw out a topic for top 3, we're just going to play it live like we did a couple. Maybe it was last week. I don't even fucking know what week it is now. What do you guys got any thoughts for top 3? Get everybody involved.
I don't know, man. There's been a lot going on today. I kind of needed a couple of Florida bands. It was like there was some like shit that broke the internet today. I mean, first we had Taylor and Travis getting engaged. So there's that.
Right.
And then Cracker Barrel fucking reverse course on their stupid logo change. Not that I was bending over backwards to eat there anyway, so I really couldn't give 3/10 of a fuck about their logo.
What I read was they were going to leave the logo new, but they were listening to what everybody was saying. Did they come back and say they're putting the old one back out?
Yeah, I wonder if this was all a work, dude. This was like fucking New Coke, and then they pull that shit, and it was just to, reignite a fire under the brand. I'm starting to smell bullshit with things like this.
So according to this, really quick here, it says that they lost almost $100 million in value after the logo was released. Today, the company apologized. Donald Trump reacts to it, because we all need to know what he thinks. What else? Those are the main headlines so far.
We got our main man, Brenton Day, checking in. Of course, goes by Rhino. He's posing the question, who's the baby that's in the center?
Oh, man.
Thankfully, grows fast.
Well, the Cracker Barrel thing bemuses me slightly because, okay, logo aside, I don't think your problem is whatever's on the fucking logo. It's the way they redid the inside with some fucking Chip and Joanna Gaines wannabe fucking decor and, made it all light and shit. Nobody wants that. I want it fucking filthy.
What they tried to do, make it like Biscuit out there out at the silo in Texas?
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I was at one, just because there's not one by the house. But when they showed pictures of it on the news, I was like, oh, man, I hate these fucking bright and airy places. I like my restaurants like I like bars. I want them to be kind of dark in some little way because, if I go somewhere to drink, I don't want to talk to anybody. I want kind of miserable background. I'm there to get fucked up and rue the day and bitch about all the idiots I dealt with.
Right. The only reason I go to Cracker Barrel is because the old man wants to have breakfast. If it's me, I'm going to the Awful House.
If I'm going for breakfast, you know where I'm going, man. I'm going to First Watch. Fucking shit.
Well, come on. First Watch is that special treat, First Watch is a little high end. It's a little pricey, man.
Well, doesn't the one, I haven't been to the one on West Shore, but doesn't that have a bar?
They all have alcohol now. Well, I believe they all have alcohol now.
But that one has a bar you can sit at. Holy shit. I would fucking love to dig into a big ass omelet or one of the, whatever it is, the chicky changa while drinking a High Life. Oh my God.
Dude, you know what? If it was open past 2:00, I'd be popping in there.
I thought they were open until 6.
7. Opens at 7. 7 to 2, I think it is. You can't argue with that schedule. But, the Chicky Changa, fuck. The technology, their poached egg, I'm not going to get into it on here. I talked about it a little bit with Shane, but, man, just the business aspect of what they do, fucking amazing. And the fact that First Watch, when you walk in, it still feels like your neighborhood restaurant. It doesn't feel like a chain. It doesn't feel, big and overproduced. And it's just fucking really goddamn good.
Last time I went there, I went for breakfast. I think it was, I don't know whether it was Mother's Day or my wife's birthday. It's all the same shit. They happen around the same time. But I sit down and they bring me over coffee. I said, look, leave that pot here and go get another one and leave both because they're going to be fucking cashed. I drink the shit out of that coffee and the mugs aren't gigundous. So for my big ass, it's 2 sips and then boom, more. Just barreled through that shit.
Now you got me wanting to go to First Watch. Fucking dick.
Oh, well, that didn't take much.
Fucking.
That place, the breakfast potatoes have a little bit of onion in it. And I have a shitty relationship with onion. I don't even give a fuck because it's so good in that.
I can't believe you eat onions. You're telling me First Watch is so good that you'll eat onions?
Yeah, because they scorched the shit out of it, so it doesn't have the crunch. They've kind of gotten nice and caramelized, like a super quick sear. It's happening, man. I mean, I've changed my thinking. I have evolved, and I know it's really fucked up because I look like a caveman on here, but like I didn't like mayonnaise until I realized, dumbass, you like fucking blue cheese. You like ranch. How can you sit there and be a fucking hypocrite and say you don't like mayo? I just don't like it plain on a sandwich. Which, by the way, I did use some of the aforementioned mayo to make some like emergency BRE the other day. And I say emergency BRE because I went to the grocery store and they had buy one, get one on vegetables. And you know me, I got to have vegetables, got to keep things moving and grooving. So they had these fried green beans and I put them in the air fryer. When I put them in there, all of a sudden I realized, I got no fucking dip. So it's like, all right, do I got all the shit that I need to make some fucking BRE? So boom, I grabbed the spice, I grabbed the mayo, I grabbed the half and half, I didn't have lime juice, but I had lemon juice. All of that in there and it's, you know, just fucking beat the shit out of it, man. Like it was fucking Joan Crawford's, you know, mom beating her ass, you know, no. So I'm fucking it up. And I'll tell you what, man, it came out pretty goddamn good. I mean, it's probably even better now because it's been sitting for a day or two. And those flavors have, you know, fucking smile on your brother, try to love one another right now. But man, for like 5-minute BRE, that shit was bomb as fuck, man.
Dude, BRE is the shit. And I had some today as well. Somebody made us a sandwich today, and it came out and layers of meat, toasted bun, cheese was perfectly melted. I'm looking at this thing going, I'm so fucking hungry. It doesn't matter what it looks like. And then it came out and I'm like, fuck, that looks so good. I took a bite and I about gagged on the fucking dryness of that. It's like I was fucking playing football out on Clearwater Beach and got tackled with my mouth open and fucking ate a mouthful of fucking beach sand. So some other big dummy left a bottle of BRE out. So I'm like, somebody hand me that shit. And I just fucking BRE'd that shit up, man. Fuck. It definitely
double hand drip sandwich with the BRE.
It might as well been because it needed that much fucking BRE. It was so fucking goddamn dry. I think I had BRE soup with sandwich croutons in it. What's going on, Paul Compton? Checking in from just down the road. What you drinking tonight, Paul? Fuck. BRE.
Glad to hear it wasn't just me then.
Yours was in the refrigerator for a while, so hopefully it got a little moisture on it.
A little bit, but it was still really dry too. So yeah, I ate mine about a half hour after you guys.
Got a little condensation on it from being so fucking gross. It was radiating its own heat, fucking from being so dry. Fucking the Mojave called and said, "How do you do it?" Fuck.
Did James Bond say, "I'll have my sandwich like my martini, dry as fuck"?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Damn.
I got to tell you, man, it's beautiful right now. I don't know what's going on. It's got to be like 75, 80 degrees out. There's no weather activity tonight. It's nice and quiet and calm. Beautiful night. No place like Tampa, Florida, but stay the fuck where you're at. Don't come down here.
Yeah, we got enough. Go on back.
Yeah, we need jobs, but we don't need construction jobs building a home for you fuckers.
Didn't you say there was a really nice suburb of Tampa everybody should go to?
There is. I want to take it back. You're right, Ed. So, move on down. Ed, tell them where the best place to live in Florida is.
It's Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yeah, a little north of here.
Little north of Tampa, not far. Definitely drivable. So if you wanted to, come down, find a job in Tampa. Awesome. It's a great commute from Atlanta. It's not too far. You'll have no problems. If it's too far, just move to Duluth. It's a little south of Atlanta, I think.
Or at the very least, go over there with our friend Billy Floyd. Take the fucking Bright Line up from Miami or Cuba or wherever. Just leave our coast alone.
Yes. Go up to fucking Daytona. I don't give a shit. Stay away from
Yeah.
it.
You know,
Stay
it's
away.
great during bike week. You see dudes like bathing in the sink and shit.
Right? Well, I mean, we could see that here any day of the week.
I probably could if I roll on down to like Metropolitan Ministries or something, but sorry. Fuck. Yeah, I know.
I got a meeting I meet with them this week. Thanks, man.
I'm kidding. I kid. They're they help out a lot of people, man. They do. They're over there doing the Lord's work, man. So.
Oh man, I was just thinking my own jokes in my own head. So sorry.
No, I actually did. I went to Daytona during bike week. We went for spring break, and it just happened to be that time. And we went to Awful House, and there was a dude washing his hair in the sink, like some big old biker a dude. And I was just like, bro, I ain't even fucking judging, man. You do you. It's better than if you fucking dipped your head in the toilet and had somebody flush it for a swirly,
That would kind of suck. That would kind of suck.
I mean, he did. That fucker looked like a roadie for Skid Row, so I wasn't going to talk shit.
Oh, Skid Row, man. What's with Sebastian Bach being such a fucking dweeb, pretty much begging for a reunion, and the other guys are like, we'd rather be dirtbag poor playing in shithole clubs than play with you, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like, once around the ride is enough. I mean, I thought it really kind of sucked because the kid that they had when we saw him, he left the band because he had to focus on his health. He had a relapse of his cancer, and he's better now. But I was impressed. I thought they did really well with it.
That was a great show. Nick Nack, weren't you with us?
I was. That was one of the first shows I've been to in a while, actually.
That was a great show.
Yeah, over at the Hard Rock, yeah.
I thought
wasn't sure what to expect.
He brought back some of the fucking rawness. I kind of dug it, man. I think there's still enough of us out there that want to see rock that's got just a little bit of danger and snarl to it. I mean, shit. You could extrapolate it to a lesser or greater degree, but look at how those shows fucking have almost sold out for Oasis, and they only were doing like a couple in LA, a couple in New York, and they did one in Toronto because those guys were just living, breathing, shitting, pissing, fucking snorting like assholes, flipping people off. And
I don't know who they are.
if you missed out because Oasis really had some great fucking tunes. I mean, everybody thought they were like a Beatles cover band at first, but I got to tell you, they kind of lit it up live. I saw some of that first show they did in Wales, and they got after it, man. They were not bad at all, but I think that people were missing that stuff. There's just in this age of, just too much phony, AI, boring, soulless, no thought in it music of all genres. At least they were doing their thing. I mean, they were just fucking hysterical. Like in their day, they used to insult each other so bad. The one said of his brother, he's the angriest man you'll ever meet. He's like a man with a fork in a world of soup. I die laughing at that still these days because it describes so many people I know.
Hey, speaking of angry people, some shit happened and this dude got pissed off. But we got to give a big shout out to our friend Arta Basie. Out at Lato High School, got promoted to be the interim principal out there. Congratulations to her. I don't know what circumstances surrounded that, but big shout out to her. Just Bobita's such a fucking amazing person, and maybe she should have been there in the first place. I don't know everything that happened, but congratulations. And if you see her, I'd make sure and tell her I said that. She's nice people.
I will do. I don't have Lato this year, but never know. I may stop by there like we have one of our Blitz days eventually. But yeah, I'll just be like, bravo, nicely done. They did the right thing and didn't go in another path. I think they needed the continuity after the events of the last couple months.
Did I miss them?
Right. Yeah. What happened?
What? Oh,
yeah. Okay. It was the right choice. It was the only choice. Enough said.
should have been the first choice out of the gate.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Hey, you know what? We gotta knock out a top three. What should we do a top three on?
Ooh.
Anybody out there in the chat? Rhino, what should we do a top three on? What would you like to hear a top three on?
Shit.
Pat, top three applications of butter?
Sure. I mean, that's a quick one here. If nobody gets in the chat, sure.
I could think of three right out of the gate. The first time, second time, and third time.
Depends how dry the bread is.
Thanks, Ed. All right, we got a minute to think of the top three. How about
Do top fats to cook with.
I was thinking more like the top three things you shouldn't do in church.
that'd be more fun.
Oh my!
I think we'd get in trouble though. I think I know I would.
Yeah.
Fuck, we couldn't even say them.
No. But I can think them.
They're all going through my head right now.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We don't need no top. We don't need no stinking top three.
No.
All right. I know, Pats. Get your top three together. Here we go. Top three choices on who's going to make the Super Bowl as football's right around the corner. Start thinking about them out there in the chat room. Top three picks to make the Super Bowl.
Gotta make a top three about everything I see. From the places I've been to the food I wanna eat. Give me a topic, any topic. I'll give you my decree. The best of the best. It's all about my expertise. Top three. That's how I roll. I'm taking control. From rock to movies, all the way to my favorite TV show. Top three. Ain't nothing better. My picks can be beat. So sit back and listen. 'Cause this is my ultimate feat.
What the hell is Ed doing?
Journey to the center of my mouth.
This is what happens when Florida Man sponsors Ed's segment. We might have to move it to the end of the show again.
I'll do it. Wait till I gets it. I'll get it.
All right, top three teams that you think are going to make the Super Bowl this year. We'll start with number three. I already know Pat's number one, but it's wishful thinking.
Very wishful thinking.
So do we need to talk about snow in Alaska?
Just make the second playoff.
All right, it's gonna take me that long to think about three NFL teams because I'm very shallow, like I said. I'll kick it off, and I'm gonna say my number three is definitely a want, not something that I think is gonna happen, but it would make my day. Number three, and list yours in the chat room out there. Just write number three and your number three team that you think is gonna make the Super Bowl. My number three team, not a think, a want, is Shedeur Sanders is going to lead the Cleveland Browns into the Super Bowl and shock the world. Put money on it now. Put money on it now. He got cut today, didn't he?
Cleveland Browns. They were talking about him getting cut. I mean, there's a chance, but no, he's not going anywhere. He's backing up.
They kept three. They kept three quarterbacks.
Yeah. They're not going to cut him. I don't know if he's going to
So
play.
you're saying there's a chance for my prediction there.
considering
How
that he's
big
not
of-
the. I mean, he's not the starting quarterbacks, but yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
think
but
about it though. How big of a degree of separation is there between Flacco, who probably is going to collect Social Security before I do, and then the lefty kid who played it wherever the fuck it was, UCF and somewhere else. You know, I mean, he's okay, but you know, it really would not surprise me if he's in there. If Flacco sucks and Gabriel sucks, I don't see it as all that out of the realm of possibility. It's not like there's this massive like gap between your starter and your second guy and your third. There's
I
not.
love that you know the first and second guy.
Well, I spend too much time all day looking at this shit. I know I did today.
Well, Ed, since you're on a roll there, who's your number 3 pick to make the Super Bowl?
Well, I got to go with the easy one first and just get it out of the way. The Bucks. I got to go for the Bucks, man. They look solid because I don't want to hear it about the Eagles because I generally, you know, unless you're the Chiefs and you got a bunch of help from the refs, you're not going back the year after. Things go in peaks and valleys. So I don't see it. And the Lions, the track record of teams that like lose their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator in the same offseason, not good. It could be a rebuild reboot year. And you know, they're loaded with talent and they're going to win a bunch of games, might even win that division, even though that division is going to be tough as shit because the Vikings, well, they changed quarterbacks, so I don't know. Packers, never know which way they're going to go. The Bears are going to be really improved with the offensive coordinator from the Lions, but I just don't see Philly or Detroit contending. And don't come at me with the 49ers or the Rams. You can fuck all the way
So
off
if you're
on
keeping track, Ed's telling us everybody that's not in his top 3 right now.
that. No.
So you could do your math.
Now,
And before we get to Knick-Knack, we got to give a big shout out to Chef Steph. She's probably the worst viewer to be talking to. She only wants to talk food and drink. I agree. That's why you're the perfect viewer. Chef, it's glad to have you on, and I would love to have you on as a guest to figure out where you're at and what you're doing these days. Absolute rock star of a chef. Thanks for checking in tonight, Chef. Pat, who's your number 3?
So my number 3, I'm going with Buffalo. I don't necessarily want them. I mean, I don't really want anybody in my top 3, but it's who we think's going, right? I mean, we all know that I want the Jets, but is that going to happen? Maybe when it snows here in Tampa. But I think Buffalo will be up there. I'm going to disagree with Ed on the Eagles. I have them ranked a little higher. I have them sitting at my number 2. I don't know, we haven't gotten there yet, but
go ahead.
I had the Eagles on my number 2, just because they haven't had a lot of change, and I just think they're still in it.
Speaking of the Eagles, they are the second home game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I may or may not have tickets for that game for sale. Private message me. I got 3. No, you can't have 2. Got to have all 3. Perfect for a family of 3, Steph. I'm just saying. My number 2, ironically, the Buffalo Bills. I think they are a perennial rock star. And I got to tell you, at the game the other night, this is going to sound stupid, but this is why I picked them. During the national anthem, I'm looking over at the Bucs sideline, and I'm basically just going, man, look at all the players dressed for the Bills. And the Bucs have 20 people dressed, and everybody else is in sweats. And I'm like, what did they call up Chancho? Are they fucking getting ready to fight tonight in a different sporting organization? And as I'm paying more attention during the national anthem, Coach McDermott has absolute congratulations, Steph. I did not know that. Everybody lined up on the sideline, shoulder to shoulder, at attention during the national anthem. And that's something that's missed, something that needs to happen again. And I commend him for that. And for that alone, they're my number 2 pick. As I watch the Bucs on the sideline fucking as Ed would say, dance around like they're trying to win a Pulitzer Prize on the fucking sideline. Big Eddie C, who's your number 2?
I obviously this is unoriginal, but I'm gonna say the Bills are gonna be right there till the end in the AFC, just because they're talented, they're well coached, they're motivated, they're gonna be annoyed that they barely missed it last year. They just look solid. They just look like a well put together team, from head to toe. Like, how do you even in their division? I mean, unless they just go to shit and somehow Miami overachieves, they're like a lock to win that division. So, I don't see anybody in their way until the championship game. I don't.
Well, let's turn it right back around and go with number 1. Who's your number 1, Big Eddie C?
Not so much of a dark horse, just not somebody you think is going to go that far in the playoffs. Cincinnati.
Wow.
I saw too much to like out of Joe Burrow, and that team was fucking abysmal on defense last year, and they almost made the playoffs anyway, just single-handedly on his back. And today they got Trey Hendrickson to re-up. I think they've made some other moves to fortify. The dude is a death dealer, man. He's got behind the Bucks. He might have the best wide receiver group in the NFL with Chase and Higgins. It's just like, fuck, man. The guy is just so damn talented that he almost single-handedly got him in the playoffs.
Man, I didn't see that coming at all.
No, I had to think about it, but the only other one, no, I don't see the Chiefs right there with them. The Ravens find a way to choke, so fuck them too. The only other one I could see, in year 2 of their new coaching regime, maybe overachieving, Chargers.
You said the Ravens. I haven't liked the Ravens since Bernie Kosar played for them. You guys figure that one out if you're smart enough. But the Chargers could be a shocker.
Yeah.
Pat, who's your number 1?
So my number 1 is the Ravens. With what's his name, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry there and Zay Flowers. I think that they really want. I mean, everybody wants it, but I feel like they're going to take it this year. I think.
Wow.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Any given Sunday, right? Yeah. Hell, it could be the Jets, right? I mean, who knows? Just kidding.
No.
Just kidding. I tried. I couldn't say it with a straight face. I tried.
I noticed you looked away, looked for your drink.
I did. It's like, fuck. I can't.
Not there anymore.
I can't.
Oh. No shocker who my ass is going to pick to go to the Super Bowl. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They finally got rid of Trask. Not that that's going to do anything for the team, but I'm so much happier with Teddy B in number 2 role than Trask, and I don't know why. I have nothing to base it on other than watching him play against the 3rd and 4th string teams of Buffalo and him still throwing the ball behind the receivers every fucking pass. Thank God for great receivers to be able to catch the balls, but it was absolutely ridiculous. Some of the passes he was throwing, even though his stats looked pretty damn good. I wish we would have seen Baker. Hopefully he kicks ass and takes names. I think the 3 of us are going to fly out to Houston for that home opening game. So if you'd like to join us, go ahead and book your tickets now. Whatever airline you want, let us know where you're going to be, and we'll meet you.
No.
So I will say about the Bucks 2 things really quick. So I bought my first Bucks gear ever, I think, or almost ever, and since I've been living here since fucking '97.
You got
Costco. No, I got a hat. Costco had a Bucks hat, the orange, the old creamsicle one. So I was like, fuck, I kind of like that. So it's my first Bucks gear. Still a Jets fan, But I'm looking at a backup team now, and I am a little surprised that they cut Desmond Watson. I mean, I understand the weight issue, but the local Tampa kid, and I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I know they said he had to lose X amount of weight, not disclosing what that weight was, but to sign him as undrafted and
So
only give him to the end of minicamp, not even to put him on the pup list or something, or practice squad or whatever.
but it's not like he was on the Biggest Loser fucking documentary where they were telling him he had to lose an insane amount of weight. They probably gave him an achievable amount of weight to lose, and if he couldn't match that, how could we really expect him to do anything else?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you know that they probably said, okay, we'll give you some sustainable goals, but you got to be diligent the moment you leave this building. I suspect that wasn't happening, and that's it. You got to show some effort, because like years ago with the Cowboys, Leon Lett was notorious for showing up in training camp just fucking fat as fuck. Like some reports said he was pushing like 375, and he would show up, and Parcells was coach at the time, and would just fucking go absolutely insane on his ass. And then he was a rare bird, though, Leon Lett was, because it's kind of like he'd get up to all sorts of no good in the off season, but as soon as training camp came, the switch went on or off, and he was focused. And sure enough, by the time the game started, he was back down to 320. Big dudes like that can lose real fast if they just decide, okay, I'm going to be diligent. I'm going to be eating the fucking broccoli and the chicken and the brown rice, and I'm not going to fuck up when I go home. I'm going to give it 159% in training camp. That weight would go off of him like nothing, because he was in his 20s or so. So, like, there was no reason he couldn't gotten it down close to 400 in a fairly quick amount of time. But I'm guessing he was probably, he probably couldn't walk by that fucking Taco Bell. He was like, oh man, fourth meal.
So, hey, nothing wrong with that fourth meal.
No, nothing wrong with fourth meal.
Nothing
But
wrong
if
with
you're going to
fourth
pay
meal.
me 7 figures to play football, I'm giving up some of that shit. I mean, there have been some guys in the league, it's like I had to give up the fucking green, bud, but soon as my career was done, it was like the Snoop Dogg tribute show. So all about your priorities, man. I hope that he lands on his feet somewhere, or if the Bucks bring him back, because they may have just figured, you know what, we're gonna wait till everything shakes out and then bring him back on whatever the non-football injury list or some shit. Because why put him on the practice squad if he's not going to have a hope in hell of playing this year?
Right?
So you put him on one of those other jabroni lists that you can stash a guy on and go from there. I think they had him working with NFL caliber, like dietitians and mental health people, because he was an admitted food addict. So, that's rough. I mean, he ballooned up even more at Florida, and they've got NFL caliber staff there. This isn't like some fucking Johnny come latelys.
It's not hard to stay on a fucking diet. I mean,
as he's eating the damn cookie, the fucking macaron.
I wish it was a macaron. It's a black and white from Publix. Equally does.
Oh, look at that, dude. Ebony and Ivory living together in perfect harmony.
Right?
Shit.
Right? But I know how hard it is when you're, 6'7", 240.
Yeah.
It's really tough. So Thomas is saying he's in our green room. I don't see him.
Oh, you send him the right link?
I did. Twice.
Oh.
Maybe he's at Topgolf. It's a room that's green.
Man, Topgolf wouldn't suck right now, especially the way we play Topgolf.
Oh my god, dude! I I fucking Happy Gilmore that shit when I'm there. It's awesome.
You know what? Let's take care of some business while I try to find Thomas. Let's my favorite of all IMOs. Here's my man Tim Keelig.
In my opinion, Tampa Bay Bell is love. VooDoo Chef is here, he's about to disrupt. He'll taste it all, give his honest critique. No sugar-coated words, he's the one they see.
So what we got here is our Day at Country Club's Wagyu Wellington burger. So this is 75-15, 8-ounce Wagyu, American Wagyu beef patty. The mushrooms on top of it we saute with the VooDoo dirt. So it's got the espresso, it's got the brown sugar, some nice sweetness. The sauce on it is a Dijon aioli. And then we've got some Gruyere Fontina blend on top of that. And underneath the sweet Vidalia onions and the scarlet butter lettuce. So we wanted to take a take on the classic beef Wellington. You got the mustard, you got the mushrooms, the prosciutto. We took the nice, soft Euro-baked brioche bun, didn't toast it, because we want that soft flakiness like you would get at a Wellington.
Holy cow, dude.
Just a little something we slapped together over our Day at Country Club, you know, things that we do on a regular basis.
Make sure you check them out. You don't have to be a member to eat there.
Just tell them Tim.
In my opinion.
Hey,
Yeah, so so Eric just texted me. He's in the back room for a second, looking at trying to get Thomas in here. So yeah, just trying to figure out some little minor details. That's all.
so there's lots of there's the USF Bulls are playing on Thursday, and I thought I either read it wrong or went, oh, they got their time zones fucked up. It starts at 5:30 here.
5:30 on a Thursday?
Yeah, I was talking to one of my colleagues today. He's a big college guy. He's an Ohio State dude through and through. It's where he went. And I asked him what he thought, like, what the fuck is up with that? And he said, well, it's probably because they're going with like a heavy kickoff. So they got that game at 5:30, and maybe they'll stagger another one at 8, and maybe a West Coast one at 10:30, you know, going all in on the primetime shit.
Yeah, so it's all about the broadcast, not about the teams, not about the fans.
Yeah.
It's nothing at the game.
Yep. So
It's about the money.
he said he was going, and I said, please tell me you got seats on the right side. He's like, oh yeah, we got them on the west. We're on the shade. So,
I mean, yeah, it's all about the money. I mean, Notre Dame's playing on Sunday night
they are?
down in Miami.
What? Holy shit.
That's their opening game. It's a 7 o'clock, 7:30 kick, I think, but it's on a Sunday night instead of a Saturday.
Man, that would be great.
Yeah.
Fuck,
They got
that.
Miami's not that far of a
take
drive.
advantage of it, though. You know, they got to take advantage of it because after that, NFL starts.
Right.
Right. Yeah, they won't be able to. Yeah. I mean, if the game was on Saturday, I probably would have went. But being in a 7:30 kick on a Sunday, drive back home Sunday night,
Oh no, no
That's it.
thanks.
Monday is over.
Miami to Tampa at 1 a.m.
Right.
Unsubscribe. Nope.
Fuck that.
No thanks.
You know what doesn't suck? It's Chef Thomas, and we
Oh.
figured it out. I don't know what happened, but we got to figure it out. Chef, I am going to ask you to take your phone and turn it the other way so we get you. There we go. We're going to go ahead and bring Chef Thomas in now from the Tampa Club, the only club whose only amenity is food. How badass is that? What's up, Chef?
Hey, man.
Hey,
What's going on?
All right, I lied. Do it the other way, but your picture was sideways when we did it the other way.
How's that?
It didn't autocorrect.
Yeah, it's not autocorrecting.
I got to upgrade my phone. That's probably what my problem is.
Yeah, it's all right. It worked the other way.
Time too.
It worked the other way. Go ahead and put yourself right side back up. Tell us, are you in your office right now? The highest point, the highest office anywhere in Tampa Bay?
No, this is the lowest point at where I live now in Wesley Chapel.
You live in Town and Country?
Yeah. Well, Wesley Chapel.
Oh, I live in Town and Country. Sorry. Chef, what's going on, man?
I'm enjoying this, man. I'll tell you what. I know you guys had a beginning week, and I apologize about yesterday's schedule. But I know that you guys are down there getting the new school year started.
For us, it's just like a continuation. I mean, we're 12 months out at Irwin, but
Okay.
the rest of the county is getting fired up, and it does impact us, but not to the extent like most other teachers. While most other teachers are starting, and we've got this influx of kids entering our buildings, the biggest way it impacts us is it keeps maintenance away from us and keeps things from getting fixed on our campus because they're trying to put out fires on all the other school campuses. But we're dealing. What about you, man? What's going on with you and the Tampa Club?
Obviously we're in the dog days of summer, but we're ready to start gearing up for season time. So I'm definitely super excited about that. I've got my new fall menu down to the nitty gritty, getting final put-togethers, and then I'm going to start writing the recipes and training the staff. So we'll be unveiling that in the next couple of weeks.
So you're unveiling it in 2 weeks. How do we get VooDoo on your menu with only 2 weeks left?
You gotta just you know what? I think I got just a spot for you. So we'll talk after.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you talk about the dog days of summer, and you talk about the ebbs and flow of our business with tourism and how it impacts our restaurant industry here. As a private club, how does that impact you? Is it because people go away? Is that what?
Yeah, it's mainly travel. I'd say that most of the time, they're either going up to their summer homes, or they're traveling abroad and things like that. So, but once they start getting back for holidays, and then they always want to show off the club, especially during the holiday times and things like that.
So it is a members only facility. So, most of the VooDoos out there, they're just going to have to, go back to school, get new jobs, get education, so they can get a job to be able to afford to be a member in order to check out your place. True?
Yes, sir. Or come hang out and work with us and kind of see how it is at the top.
I'm not going to lie. That last time I was at your club, I don't remember what kind of tequila I was drinking. It doesn't matter. It was tequila and it was good. But it was at Seafood Bar, bro.
Yeah.
And fuck you for bringing out bowls of lobster and just fucking dumping them in. Oh my God. It was, that's the club I need to be a member of right there, because just for that one night alone, it was off the charts, bro.
Well, there is a food cost goal, I promise you, but we definitely matched it that night. So,
am I allowed to ask you what the food cost you're supposed to run is?
Food cost currently is 36.5.
Dude, that doesn't suck.
No, not at all.
What's the best you've ever run out there?
No, I keep it around there. If I don't, then I'm shortchanging my members. So.
And you're also fucking yourself for next month's forecasts.
Yeah, my boss does not listen. So yeah, sometimes you're like, no, I'm not turning that in. In my younger years, I was dumb enough to turn that in. Then I kind of learned that you're gonna give up your hand if you don't schedule that extra person in there.
Right. Once you run a 36, they're gonna ask you for a 35.
yeah, you're right about that.
Not that we play games with the numbers.
No, never. So hey, listen, I saw you're setting up your thing at the Epicurean. What's going on with that?
We go down about 5 times a year, and it's just an outlet to play. We go down and we write a new menu 5 times a year and go down and have a good time. The entire team comes down. You'll see everybody running around and just having fun, making us feel like we're back in industry, but we know we're not. We're there for one night. And we invite the VooDoos down to come down and have a nice meal and hang out with us. This is probably the first time in 6 years of being there that I'm doing wine. I normally do all spirits.
Yeah.
But we broke out this time and we changed course, and we're doing a wine dinner. We're pairing with 689 wines, and wrote a pretty, I think it's a pretty badass menu, something that can be approachable by everyone, yet we're taking that Tampa cuisine and just kind of lifting it up a little bit, still voodooifying it, but not the normal butter, bacon, caffeine, carbs, and bourbon that we normally do. Just trying to do a little bit more refined plates this time. Just as a fuck you to all the people who think voodoo is just butter, bacon, caffeine, carbs, and bourbon.
Wait, you mean it's not? Holy shit.
With all these young bloods out there, I was out of industry before they started in industry, so they only know me as an educator and not everything that I did in industry beforehand. And that's okay. That's okay. So these are just times we get to go out and do those types of things. And anybody that wants to come down, log on to VooDooChef.live and grab a ticket.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun night.
Yeah. Listen, the Taste of Tampa, it really let me know you know how to put on a party and a show and an event.
Well, I appreciate you coming out, dude. And I was telling the story when we were saying you were coming on. I was going down tasting everybody's dish. I got the orders and I fucking dropped it on my fucking shoes. I was getting ready to eat your dish, and somebody came up and said something to me, and I had my hands full, and I just fucking dropped it, and I felt like such a chode. And then, of course, chefs run around to help start cleaning it up, and I'm like, fuck. And, of course, I'm sitting there going, I can't believe I dropped his dish. And then I'm like, God damn it, my Doc Martens. But
your shoes.
Right? I gotta wait for
Were
it
you
to
like
come up.
Dice when he was falling off the building? My hair.
Here's Chef out at the taste. Tell us about your swordfish that night.
Yeah, I repped the Tampa way we do things here with a little guava barbecue sauce. It had the mango curry and jalapeno risotto, and then we did some blueberry pearls. So.
Blueberry pearls. I may or may not have stole the pearls from you for one of my dishes at the Epicurean.
Well, you stole it, and I probably stole it from 5 other people myself. So we're supposed to be out there inspiring each other, and I appreciate that. That actually means a lot to me.
Well, and I'm glad you say that, because a lot of people, I was talking with the guy who packs my seasonings, and he's like, I got to keep the recipes under lock and key. I'm like, why? Why? I mean, recipes are not proprietary. You can't copyright a recipe, and it's just mutual respect. If you're using something from somebody, that you give them the credit and talk about it. And we try to do that as often as we can, because it is reality. Nobody's out there inventing hollandaise. I think the last thing that I remember that was new and fresh to me was when the whole molecular thing started hitting the forefront. And, before that, what was there? Can you name it? I don't know what it was. I mean, it's all regional and it's all shared, and it's you learn and you bring and you share. And I'm glad you said that, because so many people are tight-chested and just really dumbasses about it, in my opinion.
Well, that also, in my opinion, and I hope I don't get too much hate mail about this, but it's also the fact that maybe that's all they got, and
I like that, man. I never thought of it like that, pussy ass motherfuckers.
Yeah,
that's all they got. Fucking A. No, you can't. All right, fucking keep your one. That's fucked up. Jeff. Hope I don't get a lot of heat for that. Who gives a fuck? You forgot the podcast you signed up for?
Yeah, I got you. So let me ask you a question. What do you think? With the next generation, where do you think they get most of their inspiration from?
Fucking TikTok.
Yeah.
Fucking TikTok. I hate TikTok chefs.
Social.
I had a new class we were recruiting today, and I was talking just to that point. So many people out there, people that I know, they're like, and educators that I know, I'm like, what are you teaching today? And they'll say, we're doing Italian. We're teaching chicken piccata. I'm like, well, what are you teaching? And they're like, I just told you, chicken piccata. And I'm like, well, walk me through it. And they're like, well, I'm going to give them a recipe for chicken piccata, and we're going to go through it, and then we're going to make it. So what are you teaching? You're teaching somebody how to read a recipe and how to use very basic skills to go through what they're doing, and taking what I call a backwards approach. Hopefully at some point they're going to talk about, well, what do you mean flat pound? And now we got to go teach flat pound. What do you mean basic breading station? Now we got to go teach basic breading station. Where in our models, we teach basic breading station, we teach, flat pound, we teach saute, we teach the components, so that we're not really teaching chicken piccata. When we're teaching chicken piccata, we're saying piccata is a lemon caper sauce. Yeah. And you can make anything you want piccata. Doesn't mean it's going to taste good, but you can. You can make my shoe into a shoe piccata. It ain't going to taste good. But if you're doing a chicken piccata, we're gonna flat pound, we're gonna fucking basic bread station, we're gonna saute, we're gonna deglaze, we're gonna mount, and then we're gonna finish with lemons and capers. And hopefully they grasp the concepts, so that we're talking concepts to them, and they can then go do anything in that style or in that vein. And if we say basic breading station, they know what it means. And if we say these things, they know those basic skills and are able to pull it off. And so I have these conversations, and I actually had 2 people say, yeah, this class isn't for me. And,
I'm out.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. And I'm not saying our students all walk out and remember that, because a lot of what we do, I refer to the SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob is running through his own brain, opening file cabinets, trying to look for his own name because he couldn't remember his name. I believe we're filling all those file cabinets, and we're giving them so much information. It's information overload. And we do, breading station is 1 day. So if they get it, they get it. If not, hopefully through the reoccurring steps of the class, at some point it sinks and sets.
Yeah.
But what we see a lot of time is somewhere through their journey, the light bulb goes off. And that's when all the file cabinet drawers just open naturally. And sometimes it happens, right away. We had one kid the day after graduation, he gets a job and he's like, oh my God, they do everything just like you guys do it here. I'm like, what do you mean like you guys do it here? You mean like industry fucking does it? You dumbass? He's like, well, yes, chef, I guess. Okay, fuck, good. Go back to work.
That's French for technique, right?
So, unfortunately, I think, I love social media, hashtag addicted to TikTok. But I think that's what we're seeing. I think a lot of people are going in that direction and becoming TikTok experts. They're learning the recipe and they're filming it. And I try to let people know you're not a chef. You're a multimedia personality. You're a social media personality. Food is just your medium, because you're way better at editing, I guarantee, than you are cooking. That's we say IMO a lot here. So IMO.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Chef?
Well, I think maybe we can go around the table at this, but I think the biggest thing, and I really believe that they dealt with the same thing in the '90s when Food Network and really started booming. Yeah. It's like, hey, yeah, they're Bobby Flay's doing that 15, 20-minute show, but he's still getting it up at 5 o'clock in the morning and putting in his 10, 12, 14-hour day, and just because you see him at the reception, that doesn't mean that that's everything. And I think that's the warning.
That's a great stair step into what we see now. Food Network did do that, and they don't see all the production time. With social media, we only see the best part of everybody's day, and we don't see all the rest of it. And I think that's a challenge. And guys, you want to jump in on this, by all means, jump in.
So I feel like a lot of, I don't know about now as much, but Food Network's not as big as it used to be. I remember back when I was in high school, we didn't have a culinary program at all. I didn't think that I was going to, still don't, right? I didn't think that I was going to do culinary. That wasn't my full passion, I guess you could say. I had a thought that I was going to do music education or something in the music field.
Hello.
Pretty much, yep. That didn't pan out senior year, so I fell back on something that I just liked doing my entire life, and that was cooking. But a lot of that sparked from just cooking with family and watching Food Network. Didn't mean that I wanted to be a TV chef, because I never did, and I still don't. I mean, Eric, you know, I'm very quiet, I'm in the background doing what I got to do. I don't want to be in front of the TV cameras all day, or ever. I mean, as you're well aware, right? But at the same time, I mean, that did open up my mind to thoughts of like, what can I do? What's going on in the industry? I mean, unlike a lot of chefs, not working first job in high school in the kitchen, just opens different opportunities that people might not think about.
Big Eddie C, what do you think about the TikTok and the social media crazes?
A blessing and a curse. It could help and it could harm. I think for some people it's a great jump off and an inspiration for them to get in there and do their thing. But then there's others that simply use it as to copycat or to get ideas on how they get their name on a platform out there. So, you know, I mean, for me, it's just, I don't know if it was ever anything more than entertainment, because most of the time I would watch it and realize it wasn't entirely, there were elements that were obviously cut out that give you false expectations, because if you're a kid watching that, your first job in a restaurant is going to scare the fucking shit out of you, man. I mean, it's going to just absolutely fucking terrify you, because you're not going to know knife skills. You're not going to learn all those things that are necessary to be a well-rounded chef, because there's just so much that it's just not there. I mean, used to be a famous photograph of the behind the island with Julia Child, and she's standing there. There's like 4 dudes at her hips waiting to get the shit that falls or whatever. And you know,
And
people don't realize
that picture hangs in the Smithsonian. It's really badass.
I had never heard of it until somebody had said, you got to look that thing up. And you know, that's when you realize that you're only seeing what's beyond the make table and not
You're
the
seeing
behind.
what they want you to see.
You know, I mean, first time I worked in a restaurant was long before any Food Network or anything. And I remember I worked days, so it wasn't as bad. But when I started working nights toward the end of it, oh my God, that fucking kitchen at 10:15 after they sat the last table was just, you know, it looked like somebody got in a fight with the Pillsbury Doughboy and just beat his ass, because there's just flour and shit everywhere. And if you didn't watch your step, you were gonna dump it and fall on your ass in a pile of spilled vegetable oil. There's just shit everywhere. And I don't know. I think that you guys do it in some capacity. So I think for y'all, when you get younger people in there, it's almost like you got to have a conversation at some point and say, you realize that what you know up till now was bullshit. It'd be like my old man. I'd go see horror movies when I was a kid, and you know, there's fucking vampires and demons and zombies and shit. And we get done, and I can remember my old man saying to me on more than one occasion, "You know, that's all bullshit, right?" Like, yeah, Dad, I know. Well,
next thing you're going to tell me, wrestling's fake too, Ed.
No, believe me, I've seen enough happen that wasn't fake. So it's just because it's choreographed doesn't mean it's fake. Those are two different things, you know. Big diff.
Chef, what are you looking for in your employees? We're talking about the Food Network and its impact. And I got to tell you, I mean, one of my favorite stories is the young man who came to me at somewhere between 14, 16 years of age and said, I want to be the next Emeril Lagasse. You tell that story now and people go, Emerald Lagasse, seriously? But when Emerald came out at the beginning of Food Network, he put Food Network on the map, and he was the shit. I mean, Commander's Palace, working down there for the Brennan family, and just doing amazing things. That gentleman is now, the director of culinary for a $1 billion bread conglomerate, just doing everything he set his mind out to do.
Yeah.
So, but that's the beginning of Food Network. And then we talked about Food Network into social media. What are you looking for when you're interviewing, new employees or up and comers to give you those telltales and figure it out?
Yeah. Well, let me say this real quick. Let me forewarn all the youngins out there. Look, I'm going to say it for myself. I'm the old dinosaur that doesn't understand the TikTok thing. And I'm not saying that that's not coming and that's not going to be something amazing. But what I'm trying to forewarn everybody is don't forget the basics first. Don't forget that you have to get all of that first. I'm on all the Instagram. I'm doing all that stuff now with my media team and things. But it took me years to get to that point where food looks a certain way. Things are done to a certain point where the expectations, when my members or people come to my wine dinners and there's 70 people in that room and they paid an X amount of money for that experience, that it looks a certain way, it tastes a certain way every time. And that's what I'm trying to say is like the biggest thing is you see all that stuff on TikTok, you see some of the things that I do and other top chefs do. It took us a long time to get to that point. So don't rush it. Don't rush that experience to learn those things. But going into the interview process and things like that, I'm dealing with it now with the whole Indeed thing. I mean, it drives me bananas. It's like the I can't even think of that dating app, the Tinder. It's like the Tinder of employers and people trying to get employed. It's like they swipe right to say they're going to show up and they don't even know who they're talking to. Or today I'm dealing with a guy. He's got an amazing resume. Worked in New York, all that. He's down here, and he's giving me one-word answers when I'm, hey, thanks for applying, and I'd love to bring you in. And what time? Yes. It's like, well, when would you like to do this? Wednesday. It's like, all right, and then it gets to the point where I'm just looking like, well, if this person isn't going to, articulate what he wants, why am I even going to bring this person in? If he want to, he's clearly not. This person's clearly not detail oriented. But I think in the very, very beginning is showing some type of engagement with the beginning process all the way through. Is hey, yes, I'd love to do this interview, and not only did I apply, but I looked you guys up and I kind of know what's going on. It's just like I actually want this job.
I researched your organization. Fuck.
Yeah.
You're preaching, man.
It's just like it's just weird. I know that the COVID time, which was terrible for everybody, and everybody has a situation. I know then it was kind of like they're doing us a favor because we really, really need people, but it's really not like that anymore. And everybody's looking for, not that we shouldn't pay you, but everybody's looking for the top dollar right out the gate. And I know that we all have to survive, but I didn't. Maybe I'm different, but I didn't come up like that. I came through, understanding that, hey, if I've got to come in 8 hours early or volunteer my time, I'm doing that because I need to learn how to do that.
Yep.
You're talking about. I love when people get lost in their feelings, and they say, I feel, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck how you feel. I pay you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the reality. I had a conversation with one of our students, and she's like, I feel like, and I'm like, stop right there. And I knew this conversation was going to happen. So I had one of the other chefs bring a box of Ziploc bags down and put in my office. And I'm like, hey, before we start this conversation, do me a favor, grab one of those Ziploc bags. And she went and grabbed a Ziploc bag. I said, do me a favor, put whatever feelings you got in that Ziploc bag, seal it up and put it in your fucking pocket because I don't care. Let's talk about facts, and let's talk about work, and let's talk about what's going to get you to the next level. And about 2 weeks, that conversation lasted 90 minutes. So about 2 weeks later, someone comes up to me and says, Chef, I feel. I go, hold on 1 second. I called that other student open. I said, she told me she feels. What should we do? She goes, girl, you got to get a Ziploc bag. And the girl looked at her and she goes, put your feelings in it because he don't care. And
Yeah.
she goes, I carry about 20 Ziploc bags with me now every day. But that's reality. I mean, you're paid a wage, fucking work. It's not about how you feel. I don't care. This is what needs to be done. This is the job. Let's get it done. And I say I don't care. Erik cares. The chef doesn't care.
Yeah.
And there's the difference. If you want to talk about your feelings, when we get out, let's fucking have a beer and talk about it. Because that's something that in our industry happens all the time and we're able to do. But when we're on, it's war. Let's go to war and win.
100%.
Yep.
100%. And we use that phrase a lot. All we're at war and we want to win, and we have a mission to do. And and this isn't to play back any heroes out there that are in the military and anything like that. But
not taken away from that at all.
Not at all, right? When we say that, but what we mean by that is, hey, look, this is our mission. This is what we're called upon to do. And again, I really think that a lot of times the best people in the position that we're looking for is people pleasers. Like, we need the people that have hospitality, that want to give over everything. And I think one of the other chefs on this forum right now said, this wasn't my first choice. It wasn't any of our first choice, but here we are, and this is, and then we started finding out that, hey, the abuse sucks, but the sex is great. This is why we do it, But I think a lot of times too is, when we're looking for people, and I really mean this, it's not necessarily about the passion as much as it's about the want and the yearn to learn this craft and be better at it. And that's usually my aha moment. Like, all right, they might have a million years of experience, or they might have 2 days of experience, but that want, that yearn to be better and learn this craft is always get in the boat.
I don't think there's a 1 month period of time that goes by that we don't tell our students, the hiring chefs, these places you're going to work, they don't give a fuck if you know how to use a knife or saute. We're giving you the bonus plan. They care that you want to be there. You're going to show up on time. You're going to take pride in your work. We can't teach you that. So if you don't have that, we're wasting everybody's time. You have to bring that to the table. Everything we're giving you is bonus plan. And they still, we still struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
But those are all hard realities. And truth be told, they're hard realities of any profession that you want to go into and be high level.
Correct.
We can give you the skills and you can act the way you act, and you'll be a career line cook or permagarma. Take your pick, whichever one you want to use.
Yeah.
Take your pick. Dude, I love that we're talking the same lingo. A lot of people, we don't get the nitty gritty. We get beaten around the bush. We don't have time for that. And I love that that's how you are as well, Chef.
Yes, sir.
And I sent you a text on a separate matter, and I have to apologize. About 10 minutes back, someone was talking, and I took a bite of what I thought was a cinnamon fritter, and it had fucking fruit in it, and I fucking hate fruit, and I spit it out. So I apologize. That was rather gross, but I gotta protect that 6'7" frame. I gotta protect that 6'7" frame. I don't get the whole 6'7" thing, but it's a trend that's going around. All the high school kids are saying 6'7".
I'm not sure what that is.
I don't think they do too, but when you say it, you're gonna go 6'7".
Is it like Fletch 6'5" with the hair 6'9"?
I don't think that applies to a single person in this room.
No.
I'm just straight up 6'7", 240.
Yeah.
Power
forward. Yeah.
Ed, do you remember when Shake? We had a school board member, Henry Washington, on. We know him as Shake, and as most people do. He was Ed's principal. He was one of my area soups. Just a great man, and I mean, he's got guns. And we had him on the podcast, and we may or may not have been drinking excessively, and he definitely wasn't. And I was like, Shake, man, you a big motherfucker, bro. And he goes, well, you know, Chef. And I go, well, myself, Shake, I'm 6'7", 270. He goes, damn. I'm like, Shake, you know me. He just went with it. You know, that's how school board members do. That's how politicians do when they're running for office. Yeah, you are, Chef. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thomas, what's number one dish sold at your restaurant?
The plantain crusted grouper, hands down.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It took me about a year and a half.
Smile when he said it?
What's that?
Did everybody see the smile when he said it? That was pride right there.
Yeah, it took me about a year and a half, 2 years to get that dish where it's at now.
How long have you been at Tampa Club?
3 years.
Dude, that's a testament, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it.
How many members would you say are in the Tampa Club?
Well, I can tell you exactly how many there are. There's 1,243. We just had a meeting about it today.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy moly. Are there different levels of membership, or are they all the same?
No, there's definitely different levels. We have like the basic plans, and then a lot of corporate memberships, military. We're big on, obviously because of McDill. So we have different plans for that as well.
And are these published out there? If anybody wanted to look them up?
No,
they're not published.
No, I'm not even allowed to tell you who's a member. So
no. I mean the price, the different pricing of the memberships.
Oh yeah, and I would like to think it's successful, in terms of the way that they do the tier programs and things like that.
So it is published. So you could tell us what a base membership costs?
I couldn't personally tell you because unfortunately I'm not too keen on the pricing, but I know it's around. I think it's something like $350 a month or something like that.
So comparable to most clubs out there, but again, your only amenity is food.
That is it.
You are the foodie club of Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I think I've said this before, where it's like it sounded really, really cool. It sounds really cool around the barbecue, but at the same time, some days it's just like, man, I just wish there was golf or something so I could, take a little bit of the heat off me.
No, bro, no. That if you are the only food club in Tampa Bay and the premier food club in Tampa Bay, because there's all kinds of foodie clubs out there, that are more just like social clubs, not like clubs, with dues and fees. I think that makes you the king of the foodies, bro.
Well,
you're the EC of the true foodies in Tampa Bay.
Let's not say that too hard. I all I can tell you is that every time we get the new round of recruits that come through, the new members, we do an orientation, and I love telling them. I said, here's my phone number, and you guys need anything, you text me, and that's really what I love to do is the fact that, I love custom food. I love making custom menus and things like that. We still do the wine dinners like I was telling you, but I mean, I had a member tonight call me on my ride home, and he said, "You got a minute?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Listen, I've got this really beautiful woman I met this networking thing, and I really want to bring her in for dinner to show off. Like, what should I do?" And I was like, "Well, what does she like to eat?" And he's like, "Oh, she said she likes seafood." I said, "Well, let's do a quick, impromptu 4-course, tasting. I'll come out, and say hello." Oh, all right, perfect. Put me down for 2.
Dude, so that's awesome.
That's the moment. That's the moments where it's just like, you know what, this job's pretty freaking cool.
Chef, ironically, I just text you because I too have your phone number. Yeah. And I requested a bowl of lobster tails.
Well, we'll get that application in for the membership, and I got you, sir. And I'll have you right there, sir.
Dude, we definitely, you know, the amount of time we have you on, it's never enough. You know, a couple weeks ago, pre-event, we had you on, and now here we are post-event. You throw a lot of pleasantries out on all the social media. Tell everybody what it felt like being one of the chefs at a Taste. And of course, we're talking Taste and Remember, where we raised over $27,000 for the VooDoo Chef Foundation. Of course, that's why we do everything we do, raising money to help send kids to culinary school. Tell everybody what it was like from your end.
You know, it was definitely, first of all, I was so excited when, you know, you asked me to do it. And I mean, I was on cloud nine, you know, and then going out there and seeing all the other chefs and seeing all the top chefs of the area be out there. I was like, wow, this is really cool. One of these guys, you know, one of these people. And then you know, experience with the students. I loved, you know, where the homework was that they had to, you know, do research on us, ask us questions. And we, you know, of course, you spilled the beans to me that you let me know that everybody's getting a scholarship, but it was such a cool moment. Even though I knew they were all getting a scholarship, it floored me just to see their faces and the gratitude, you know, and the work that you and you know, Ed was doing out there that night. It's just like, this is something that I want to be a part of as long as I'm, you know, able to.
You know, you said a lot of things right there, and you know, not even the pleasantries you're saying about us, and those were all very kind. And most people don't know that the students there did have homework assignments, that they did have to study you. Even though we talked about it, nobody was listening to that shit. They were all drinking that Blackberry Jack and the Private Barrel Blue Note Bourbon, which I hope you got your bottle and I hope you've tasted it.
Yeah.
So,
Thank
you know, you said something. I'm here with all these chefs from Tampa Bay, and I'm like, oh my God, dude, they all feel the same way about you. And you need to know that. A lot of people look at the chefs and they think, oh my God, these arrogant people. It's not that we don't want to talk to you. We work in the back of the house because most of us are introverts and just want to stay in our own little shell. So when we get everybody out there on the stage, you know, we get to see that chef and personality come out, but that's not truly who most of us are. And the fact that you're like, I'm seeing all these other people and they all feel the same way about you. And they're like, the chef from the Tampa Club's here. And that's what I think is so cool about what we do that most people don't get to see. I mean, don't get me wrong. We all talk shit. Oh, fuck, my food, their food, my food. But then we all get together and it's like, fuck, dude, that's fucking awesome. And the talking shit is just banter. It's our industry. But we get together and we share and we break bread and we talk food. And it's great to see. And I appreciate that you are a huge part of that. And I want you involved as long as we can have you involved. So does that mean I get you for next year's Taste to Remember, which we're already building?
Of course. And I'm going to make sure that I get the table and the whole shebang. Now that I've seen everything, was that
you're going to make sure that you win?
Well, I didn't say that. 2 tables, right?
So do we get you at the golf tournament?
Yeah, I think we were talking about that. I mean, again, you were such an amazing MC and host and facilitator of everything. You know, and I know that you were working your butt off, but I was like, man, sign me up, coach. You know,
man, we got a lot of great people that help us do everything we do, you know. And I could not be more grateful to everybody, especially, you know, nobody on our foundation takes paycheck. And that's the beauty of what we do. Everything we do is to support the kiddos. So, you know, I don't stand alone. I mean, there's 3 of us here tonight. There's 3 to 5 more that are on the back end that help with everything we do. So we got to give all those props across the board. But if you want to be at golf, I would love to have you at golf. And I just want to tell you what you're getting into before you go. I want in. So our golf tournament's a little different than most. It's not your granddaddy's golf tournament, which means we hope you're there for a good time. And we were doing this before Happy Gilmore 2 came out. You're going to have a 1-club hole. You're going to have a heckle hole. You're going to have a 2-pin hole where there's 2 pins. We've got chip it to win it. And if you make it in the little fucking hole, you take home a green egg. I mean, we got all kinds of different fun shit that goes on. But this year's the first year. Nobody plays hole 18. Every team only plays 17 holes. At their end of their round of 17 holes, they report to the green on hole 18 where they'll turn in their scorecard. And this is where our banquet will be. We're going to have different chefs set up on the 18th green cooking food for the golfers. And the top 2 scorecards plus a random draw scorecard will then go back and play 18 for the win. So they'll all come down 18 while all the rest of us are there eating and drinking, because you know that's what we all want to do, and smoking cigars. And so we'll all be down there cheering them on as they come down 18th to determine the winner. While we already have Nona's Kitchen / Vizcaya. They're going to do a 6-foot paella. We have somebody committed to do a fajita bar. We already have all the alcohol vendors agreed to be out there on the 18. We would love to add the Tampa Club to that mix to prepare a dish.
Yeah, I would love to be there, man. Seriously.
Dude, we're going to lock you in, Chef.
Yeah, my word.
And you notice how I did all that before I announce what's coming next. Because you know what time it is now, Chef?
I think it's trivia, and I got my butt kicked last time, so I'm hoping.
Well, guess what? You're right.
1, 2, 3, time to play VooDoo Games. Let's seize the day. Contestants ready, stand up tall, get ready to face the VooDoo Chef's call. Guitars raging, drums pound loud, and the stage show will make you proud. Guess the answer, show your might, bring the fire, shine so bright. VooDoo Games, here we go. Take a chance, give it a throw. VooDoo Games, show what you got. Beat the chef, give it all you got. VooDoo Games, here we go. Take a chance, give it a throw. VooDoo Games, show what you got. Beat the chef, give it all you've got.
Chef, you're exactly right. And we got a great trivia set up for tonight. And, maybe now that Knick-Knack's back from, the summer hiatus, maybe he takes trivia back over next week so I can jump back in this mix, because I do miss playing trivia. But tonight we have 10 quick questions, rapid fire, on Tampa trivia, celebrating our good friend Chef Thomas from Tampa Club. If you know the answer, simply shout out your own name. If you're playing out there in the VooDoo land, make sure and put your answer in the chat bar. We are going to start this quick because, as always, I have us late on time. So, Chef, if you're ready, remember the rules. Shout out your own name. We'll call upon whomever we hear first. You get it right, you get a point. If you don't, everybody else gets a chance to answer. If they get it right, they get a point. And whoever has the most points at the end will be declared the winner of VooDoo Games and have their name entered into a drawing where they could be considered to have the opportunity to win a prize that might be named at a later date. So if you're ready, here we go. Question number 1. In what year was Tampa officially incorporated as a city?
Thomas,
Thomas.
1863.
Holy cow, you're damn close.
Oh, I know what it is. Never mind.
Patrick, 1862.
Incorrect. Big Eddie C's locked up or thinking hard?
He's thinking hard.
I'm just going to take a guess. 1884.
The correct answer, 1855. Is that what you were thinking, Chef?
No.
You should have said yes. Nobody would have known. All right, no points. Question number 2. Question is often called the blank city because of the historic cigar industry.
Ed,
Ed,
the Cigar City.
Cigar City is correct. Big shout out to our buddies over at JC Newman Factory, Cigar City Brewery. We all know I smoke the Brick House every week here on the podcast. Big Eddie C's drinking that CCB. Florida Man, unofficially the official sponsor of Florida Man. Question number 3. What was the name of Tampa's annual pirate themed festival that began in 1904? Thomas, I heard first.
Gasparilla.
Gasparilla it is. We are tied. Patrick, did you like up?
No. I was trying to be nice and let you finish reading, but you know.
You should know that's not a thing.
I know.
You're not cheating. You're not trying.
I don't know. I'm used to reading the questions.
All right, question number 4. Which Tampa neighborhood is famously... Oops, I can't read. Maybe I put my glasses back on. Which Tampa neighborhood is famous for its Cuban sandwiches, cigar factories, and Latin culture?
Thomas.
Thomas is in.
Ybor City.
Ybor City. Ed, are you being polite?
That wouldn't have been what I said. I would have just said West Tampa.
Oh, I might have given you points for that. Fucking Boliche Boulevard. All right, question number 5. I think we are 2-1. Which major university in Tampa has the mascot?
Patrick. University of Tampa.
University of Tampa is incorrect.
Taking a stab at it.
Which major university in Tampa has the mascot Rocky the Bull?
Ed.
Thomas.
Ed.
USF.
USF. We are back at 2-2. Did anybody see that John Levitt had a bad experience, kind of like a principal, like he was a principal here in Hillsborough County Public Schools? Question number 6. Tampa is located on the shores of which large bay?
Ed.
Thomas.
Oh, I heard Ed just a second before you, Thomas.
Bayshore?
No, Thomas.
Tampa. Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. All right, he pulled up by 1. Patrick's wishing he was reading the questions, and we are running
I was thinking it sounded like a trick question.
right? Knowing me, it could have been. What Tampa-based theme park was originally called the Dark Continent?
Ed. Busch Gardens.
We are back to tie. And I am flying through these because we're late. What's the nickname? What nickname was given to Tampa during 2021 for its string of championship sports wins?
Tampa. Or Thomas.
Thomas.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Which U.S. president made famous visits to Tampa in 1898 before heading to the Spanish-American War in Cuba?
Ed. Was it Polk?
Was not Polk.
Thomas. Andrew Jackson.
Was not Andrew Jackson.
I was going to say Paul.
It was not Polk. It was Teddy Roosevelt. Stayed at the University of Tampa. And this is why we have the Rough Riders here in Tampa. Who's the current mayor of Tampa Bay?
Ed.
Thomas.
Ed, you're in.
Jane Castor.
Thomas, much love. Ed snuck this out for the win. Ed, you're going to win a prize that ain't never going to come because there ain't no prize. Peace and love, everybody.
VooDoo chef with his knife.